All right, so this section we're going to talk about keywords. Keywords is I guess you could call it's the river of the internet, right?
Yeah, that's what it's based on.
Yeah.
Information is based on language. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Most people set up a campaign and they might look at the keywords that are relevant to their business. So when they're in a stump, they're going to use the tools that are provided inside AdWords. They might use the Google AdWord tools or the related keyword tools. I'm here to tell you that sometimes that's not the best idea. Because Google is a business. There's nothing wrong with Google. It's a great business, but they're there to make money. So what you need to do is take a look at your competition and find out what keywords are running well for them. And there's some tools that we're going to show you that work. But getting back to what we said originally when we started this, think about your customer, your ideal client, and how they would search. And one of the things that is great is the Google Preview, or actually the autocomplete tool.
Yeah, the instant search.
The instant search.
Yeah.
So what happens is if you're typing something in, I'm typing in, let's go back to what we said, I'm looking for an attorney. So I type in attorney, and then what I'm looking for, attorney in New York, or I'm typing in patent attorney. And then if I start typing patent, and it might autocomplete the copyrights. Yes, I need someone that does copyrights. Or if I'm typing in, I'm looking for Cadillac, and then I start typing in the model, and then it autocompletes to the model. Start looking at Google Autocomplete, and that's a great kind of feature to lead you in the right direction for keywords. The tools that are inside Google themselves, like their related keyword tools, not so much. What happens is those tools may lead you to keywords that do not convert to business, and that's one of the things I see with our clients all the time. They might have campaigns where more than 30% of their keywords that they're paying for have no return on their investment. So we'll go in a detailed section on how that's done, and it's a very important part of the entire setup.
So let me get this. Return on investment good, no return on investment bad.
Yeah, that's basically it. Okay. So we're trying to make it simple.
All right, so let's try this out. Let's go through a couple of these tools, and we'll show you exactly what we mean by researching keywords relevant to industries, and we'll do some examples. And once we're done with this, we'll get on to the next section.
In addition to all this, one of the other things that Google provides itself is the keyword preview tool. And this is how it works. If you're going into one of your campaigns and you go to add keywords, the keyword tool works like this. It looks at your website, and it uses Google's own database to see what words are related to your industry. So it's going to say make a recommendation for keyword such as concrete driveway repair. Well, if you do driveway repair, and if you're a concrete driveway contractor, you might add that keyword. And if you do resurfacing, you're gonna add that keyword. If you do stamped concrete driveways, you're gonna add that keyword. What you want to do though is be careful as you're adding these keywords, because Google is going to be very free at offering up all these different keywords, but a lot of them aren't going to relate to business, so you need to be careful. See right here, keyword driveway sealer. Well, they're looking for a product. They're not looking to buy a service here, so you got to be careful not to use something like that. So when you're going through this, and it's a good way to kind of get an indication of what keywords you might want to use, but don't take every keyword here and just go down the list and just start adding each one indiscriminately, because you're going to wind up getting keywords that make no sense and aren't going to drive the right kind of business to your site. So be very careful, but it is a great way to get keywords.
Yeah, I think, Mike, one of the things we know is that we rarely use these onboarded Google tools as the general way to put an ad structure together, because we know that Google, and think about it this way, if I'm Google, I'm trying to get as much money as I can from the customer, so I'm going to give them some information, but really more bland information, and it gets by reverse engineering, like we did before, other campaigns that other potential competitors are using. You get a better idea of maybe what's working because they've had it running for a while. Although it's not always perfect.
That's a good point. Yeah. You also have to look at it from this perspective. Google, right or wrong, they're running a business. That's just the way it is. So they have to put up a product that makes the most sense for the most amount of people. So they're going to offer you their suggestions as to what keywords are pertinent to your business. They take a look at your website, And since this website here is linked, and I talk about asphalt paving, and Google has a database of what an asphalt paving is and convey the keywords, they come back with it, and it's here. But this is really designed for general knowledge, and I personally almost never use it beyond just a quick glance just to see if I forgot anything. But it's a good place to start for a novice. So this tool works, but what I prefer to use is the tools that we showed you before, which are SEM Rush and iSpionage. They're great for checking out your competition and looking for related keywords to your industry.
Yeah, and typically you can get a trial of one of those tools for 30 days or something like that, and get in there and take a look at it. It's pretty self-evident that those tools are, those are tools that people use day to day. Like what we do is we find out what campaigns we want to match, and we reverse engineer them. A lot of the time, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and I think that you're right about the free trials. They usually have a week or 14-day trial on this, and you can get it, and they're not that expensive to if you were to actually purchase a month's or 2 months use of it, and they're monthly services. And we'll talk more about them in later modules, how you can use these things to really fine-tune your campaigns.